Well, today we are headed down to the Howell Nature Center, and they're a really cool facility that has all kinds of fun things that you can check out. They actually have the largest wildlife rehabilitation clinic in the state of Michigan, which means more animals than anywhere else come right here to be taken care of if they're orphaned or injured. Now, some animals that come into the clinic are not able to be released back into the wild, and when that happens, they become education animals and they join the Wild Wonders Wildlife Park here so that when people visit, they can learn more about God's creation. So today we are going to go check out the sandhill cranes that they have here and learn a little bit more about how they feed and take care of them here at the Howell Nature Center. Well, this is Caitlin Lewis, who is the Wildlife Park Coordinator here at the Howell Nature Center. And Caitlin, why don't you share with us a little bit about these sandhill cranes and why they're here at the Howell Nature Center?
All right, so we actually have 3 permanent resident cranes here at the Howell Nature Center. The 2 that are with us right now are Fraser and Niles. They've been here since 1998. Both of them came into our wildlife park due to wing injuries. In Fraser's case, he has an upper wing injury that causes the wing to permanently droop. And Niles, she has a lower wing injury, so she's able to tuck both wings in tight to the body. You can see her over there on her makeshift nest. However, she cannot fly, and neither can Fraser.
So what kind of care do these cranes need here in captivity?
So their care in captivity pertains mostly to the basics. They've got to have their food, their water, their shelter, but we also have to keep them physically and mentally stimulated. So things like enrichments that are new food items or puzzle toys that they've got to work a little bit harder to get food out of, as well as things that express locomotion, get them moving or calling, being territorial, which they love to do.
So how do you handle bringing in new cranes to the Howell Nature Center? Do they all get along?
So for the first time since these guys arrived in '98, we actually had a permanently non-releasable sandhill crane come in last year who we called Beaker. In December of 2019, they were living together, but as we've gotten closer to breeding season, we have some issues with aggression where these 2, as a mated pair, aren't letting Beaker get to food or water sources. So in the meantime, we actually have Beaker living with our bald eagles, Jefferson and Liberty, so that they've got nice, even sharing of all their spaces and their resources instead of these 2 hogging everything.
That's really cool. Could we go see Beaker?
Yeah, let's go see her.
All right, cool. So Caitlin, tell us a little bit about Beaker here.
So Beaker actually came to us in December of 2019. She was found in a park wandering up to people, picking their pockets. She was borrowing food and car keys, and after several calls to Wildside Rehabilitation, they're over in Eaton Rapids, they determined that this bird was bonded to people, had either been raised illegally as a pet or had become too friendly from living in a park scenario. And the finder was actually able to load the crane into the car by letting her just walk into the back seat.
Well, that's not normal.
No, so it kind of solidified that understanding that this is an imprinted bird who cannot survive in the wild on her own. She thinks she's a person.
Gotcha. So what do you feed the cranes here at the Howell Nature Center?
So let me go show you.
Okay.
They are an omnivore, so we have to have a lot of variety involved in their diet to keep them happy and healthy. One of the things we're offering them today is a mixed berry. We're going to make sure that we have the right amount for each of them, so about 25 grams of that. We're also going to have some hard-boiled egg. This is actually a hard-boiled duck egg, as well as some smelt today, so some fish to just get up some protein in their diet as well. So we're going to cut that up so it's manageable pieces, as well as the egg, because if they were finding an egg in the wild, it's likely not in good shape, so this kind of mimics that. Get that egg open for them, make it really easy. And then we're going to add those berries. So Fraser, yeah, he's got that injured beak. More than likely, the best we can put together, because he doesn't speak English, is that fracture likely happened from either an impact he ran into the building or a car, or it is a nutritional deficiency. But don't worry, he does eat very, very well. He's able to toss food back towards the back of his mouth, as well as the natural foraging that they'd be able to do, like probing the ground for grubs and insects, Niles does for him, his mate. So she'll actually pull things out for him and feed them to him. Easy peasy.